Hello friends, welcome to YouTube channel Tech Guru Gautam Prasad. In this video, we are going to talk especially about the cranes. So cranes happen to be one of the most important rigging equipments for handling heavy loads. As because it is handling heavy loads, safety features must be included in the cranes so that it avoids any kind of risk or hazard or any kind of the situation that can cause accident because of the crane's movement. So let us explore what are the things in the crane and how the safety is ensured using limit switches and safety switches in the EOT cranes. So here you have been shown a simple crane that is running on a monorail, or you can call it a single girder crane. This is a girder. My pointer is showing you the girder. This is the length, the whole length is called girder, and on which this trolley is resting. Uh, this entire setup is called a crane. Uh, this is called a crane bay in which this crane is able to move all along. So it can move from here to here, from maybe east to west or north to south. So this space in which the crane movement happens is called a bay. Uh, and in the bay, lighting has to be ensured, that is statutory. So the lighting, crane lightings are there, and this trolley can move, along this girder. So it is resting on that with the help of wheels uh, put in place on this girder. This is able to move. The trolley is able to move my left to right or right to left. Uh, this crane, entire setup of the crane has got end carriages, and these end carriages rest on the rails. So one end carriage is on the right side of mine, and one end carriage is on the left side of mine. So basically, your girder rests on the end carriages, and end carriage has the wheels uh, that runs on the rail. So rails are basically put on these several columns. So these columns have been named A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, and so forth. Similarly, on this side of the column, we name it B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, and so forth. So this bay can be called AB bay, as it is named in the industries. So a bay could be AB bay, it could be CD bay, it could be RS bay, it could be XY bay. In similar fashion, the bays are named. Okay, so it this crane has got different types of movements that we will see in the next subsequent slide. Here, what are the safety uh, uh, equipments that is used in the crane? So these are basically slow down limit switches. When trolley moves towards the end, there is a danger of collision of this trolley with the end structure. So it is slowed down if it reaches towards the end. So a limit switch is put on the way of this trolley so that it does not dash with the end structure. Similarly, when it runs on the, this entire, so this is called gantry crane. Basically, it has got wheels on which it can move to and fro. So, at the end of this entire rail on which it is moving, this entire structure is moving. They also have got end switches to slow down or stop this uh, entire structure's movement. So overload protection device is also put on the crane to show if the crane is being overloaded. The operator keeps a close eye on the load of the uh, crane. Basically, it is lifting. So in some of the cranes, a display is put in front of the operator so that he is able to see always how much load is there on the crane. So in any case, if the load is more than the SWL, SWL is safe working limit. So it should not cross the safe working limit of the crane in any case. So that could pose a danger to the structure of the crane. So it is always avoided to cross the limit of SWL. So that is it. Height height limit switches are also there. When you are hoisting with the load, you have a lower limit and upper limit that has to be taken care of. If it crosses the lower limit, the rope will keep on winding from the drum and it get into the mess. So it is avoided. In the similar fashion, it should not cross upper limit also. In case it crosses, there is a secondary protection with the help of counterweight limit switch that also we will see ahead in the subsequent slides. So there is a height limit switch also on the way of the load when it is getting hoisted. Slow down stop or and stop limit switches is also, as I told you, that it is put on the way of the movement of the trolley. Then you have anemometer, basically anemometer, and then you have buffers. Buffers help this trolley and LTs also to protect themselves. So when this buffer collides with the end structure, that is a specified end structure constructed deliberately so strong that it does not, you know, let the crane move ahead. So that is a very inadvertent situation. Uh, Operators are always advised to, uh, keep an eye on the movement of the crane and should not collide with the end structure. But in any case, if it happens, the buffers are there put on the crane to take care of that. Let's proceed. Here, double girder crane has been. One girder is this, and the other one is this. These two girders are there, so it is called double girder crane. And this is an end carriage. So end carriage is there on both the sides. These girders are basically resting on the end carriages, and end carriages have wheels to move along the railway rail lines put on a height. So as because it is traveling over the head of the people, so it is called uh, overhead traveling crane, electric overhead traveling crane. So electric means it is taking electrical power to uh, its power requirements to meet its power requirements, and that is why it is called electric overhead traveling crane or EOT crane. So end carriage is this. This is girder, as I told you. This is called this. These cables are feeding power to this running trolley. Basically, it keeps running between toggling between these two ends. That is why it requires to be powered, and the power reaches to this trolley with the help of these BEVA cables. BEVA cables stretch and compress to feed this the trolley. So what are the things there on the trolley? So basically, it has hoist motor. It has trolley motors also to move the trolley along the girder. So it is sometimes also called cross travel. The movement of that trolley is called cross travel, and the movement of the entire crane structure is called long travel. And the hoisting and lowering motion is called hoist travel. Uh, so we were talking this. So what are the things there on the trolley? So basically, hoist motor is there. Hoist motor is connected to a gearbox, and the gearbox output is driving the drums. So the two drums are there in this crane, and as the motor moves, the gearbox in turn moves, and then it rotates the drum. So drum has the uh, steel wire rope is pulled on them. So the spooling of the wire rope is done on the drum. So that is it for the movement of the entire crane. We have got two LT motors. Basically, two LT motors are enough to run this entire structure, and these uh, two wheels on this side are dummy wheels. Basically, they are not having motors. This entire structure is moved with the help of two LT motors only. So that is it. This a small portion of the area is left open on either side of the crane, either side of the end carriage, for the people to reach on the crane, basically. So one can walk along this path and reach to the crane. So before boarding on this crane, uh, one is advised to take care of the safety switches, because if this crane is moving and the person comes between the pillar and the crane, probably he will be crushed. So it can cause fatal accident. So in order to avoid that, this crane has got safety switches on all the four sides of the crane. One is here, the other is here, and the one more is here and here. So four safety switches are there. So wherever from you are boarding on the crane, you can disconnect, switch off the uh, safety switch so that the crane movement stops. So basically now access control system has been applied on the cranes in Tata Steel, that takes care of this access of the people to the crane. So basically, when he operates the switch, this information goes to the operator, and a beep sound is created, or a bell rings there, and he comes to know that somebody is wanting to board on the crane, and he stops all the movements of the crane. And when this person boards on the crane, on the other side of this, you know, after boarding, he will have another switch which will help him to switch on the off button. So basically, he does not have to come out of the crane once again. There is a provision on the other side. With the help of that switch itself, he can turn on the power of the crane. So these safety switches are very carefully designed to take care of the safety of the people who are boarding on the crane. So this helps the operator also to take care of this thing, his boarding or deboarding. So here I hope everything is understood. If anything that I missed to tell you or mention here, you can write in the comment box. I will answer you separately. All right, let's go to the next slide. So here is the long travel, here is the cross travel, here is the hoist motor, and here is the gearbox. Okay, and the rope drums are there. So by uh, titter motion, it is showing you everything. Okay, now we are on the next slide. Here, I have tried to show you the limit switches used in the hoist motion. Basically, a drum is there, and when this hook moves upward or downward, is pulling of wire rope, takes place on the drum. So when it comes down, the hook comes down, the ropes unwind on the rope drum, and when it moves upward, it basically the rope steel rope winds on the rope drum. So this is called is pulling. And two safety switches are there that takes care of the movement of the hook beyond the limit. So there is a upper limit, there is a lower limit on the path of this hoist motion. So lower limit and the upper limit is taken care of by rotary gear limit switch. This rotary gear limit switch does not let this hook strike the land. Before that, it disconnects the motor power, and this that stops lowering. So after the rotary gear limit switch operated, this hook cannot come down further, but it can go upward at the same time. So when it is going upward, it has got a weight hanging. This weight hanging on the way of this, and this C block has got a striker that will strike this hanging load. Okay, so a striking of this hanging load will push him upward, and in turn, this counterweight will go downward. So by this movement, the limit switches, this electrical switches inside this box will operate and will disconnect the motor, and this hoist motion will stop. So this counterweight limit switch acts as the secondary protection on the hoist system to protect the crane, because it could be devastating if this crane crosses all the limits and reaches to the drum. Probably this drum will get damaged, and this hook has the danger of uh, falling down if it fails, or the rope is broken somehow. So this is a very dangerous situation. In order to avoid that, we have got two limit switches in the hoist system. One is called rotary gear limit switch, and the other is called counterweight limit switch. In the rotary gear limit switch, one thing is very important to learn, that this is installed on the drum, rope drum. So this is the rope drum, and on one side, uh, this side or this side, this rotary gear limit switch is installed, and it rotates with the movement of the drum. But at the same time, its speed is very high as compared to the speed required for the operation of this limit switch. So there is a gearing mechanism in this rotary gear limit switch that helps this shaft to reduce the speed. This speed is reduced first, and then cam is rotated, and this when this cam rotating cam strikes the switch, these are the switches, and these are the cams, rotating cams. When these cams strike the one after another, they will not strike simultaneously all the switches. They will do it one by one after another, depending on their setting. So when they strike, the switches operate and stops the motion. So that is how it works. But it is mounted on the shaft of this uh, drum. This is very important to know. So as because it has gearbox inside, gearing arrangement inside this switch, this is called rotary gear limit switch. That justifies its name. So crane rail, you can see on which the wheels of the crane run is basically that basically looks like these are the fish plates, that is stopping the coming out of this rail. This structure has to be tightly fixed on the this is called rail bed on which this is kept. intact. So this entire crane structure has been shown here. The rail is shown, it is at this place. Only a portion of this rail has been shown here, not the entire structure, because other details will hide otherwise. So trolley wheels are there, hooks are there, pendant control is there, pendant hook is there, hoist is there, trolley, in truck, trolley, etc. Sure, let's proceed. There is a crane type that is called HOT, basically hand operated traveling crane. Is a type of the overhead crane that uses manual effort for the movement and typically along the fixed track. So this crane can move along this rail, and there is a trolley here, a small trolley that can lift load, and with this load it can move along this girder. So this is also the crane, and that is called a hot crane, hand operated traveling crane. It's a stationary crane and allows for the lateral movement of the materials across the different planes. Unlike electrically operated crane, hot cranes rely on, you know, mm, uh, manual movement and lifting operation of the heavy loads. And thank you. This much only in this presentation. Hope you have understood the topics I discussed here. And if you liked it, give a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, I will suggest you to subscribe to this channel so that you keep getting the updated videos link, and you enjoy learning many more things about the crane or rigging, uh, these two interesting subjects. So thank you very much at the end again. And if you want to ask any question, I will say you mention it in the comment section. Thanks once again. Bye bye.